What up, gamers? It is Will777JP back at it again. And y'all, I came across this article from IGN and I started reading it and I was like, you know what? I have some thoughts about this, so let me go ahead, make a video, read it with the gamers, and give you guys my input and some ideas. But man, this is super interesting right here. The article is from IGN, and it is leaked internal Sony video uses Horizon's Aloy to show AI-powered PlayStation character prototype. So wow, that blew my mind right away because we've all been hearing about AI and how that's going to affect gaming and how these companies want to use AI. And so far, what I read in this article kind of gives you a pretty good explanation of what each individual company is doing and how they're planning on using it. But what really caught my attention is the advancements Sony has done within their own AI research. So let's go ahead and read it. But before we do, don't forget to hit the like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, y'all. I am really trying to get to 400 subs before the month of March ends, and we have gained 10 in just a few days, so please help me get there. It does mean a lot to me. And also hit the notification bell. I post videos almost every day and sometimes multiple times a day, so I don't want you to miss out. But getting back to this IGN article written by Wesley Yin Poole, updated March 11th at 3:20 a.m., written at 3:13 a.m. Wow, that's early. It says here, a leaked internal video has revealed Sony is experimenting with AI-powered PlayStation characters. Okay? The Verge reported on the emergence of an internal video allegedly created by PlayStation Studios' advanced technology group that uses Aloy from the Horizon games to demonstrate AI-powered game characters. Well, let's read that again. The Verge reported on the emergence of an internal video allegedly created by PlayStation Studios' advanced technology group that uses Aloy from the Horizon games to demonstrate AI-powered game characters. Wow, it's crazy because Aloy is one of my favorite characters and Horizon is probably my favorite PlayStation IP. Continuing on, the video was subsequently pulled from YouTube following a copyright claim from Muso, an internet enforcement company. The Verge said lists Sony Interactive Entertainment as a client. This suggests the video is legitimate. IGN has asked Sony for comment. In the video, as reported by The Verge, Sony Interactive Entertainment Director of Software Engineering, Sharwin Ragobardajal, has a conversation with an AI-powered Aloy via voice prompts and AI-generated speech and facial animations. The speech recognition is via OpenAI's Whisper for Speech to Text, the conversational AI via GPT-4 and Llama 3 for dialogue and decision making, the speech synthesis via Sony's emotional voice synthesis EVS system, and the facial animation via Sony's Mockingbird technology. That is a lot of tech into making this happen. In the tech demo, Ragobardajal asks Aloy how she's doing, to which she responds, "Hello, I'm managing all right. Just dealing with a sore throat. How have you been?" The voice heard coming from Aloy's mouth is not that of voice actor Ashley Birch, who famously plays a character in the video games. Rather, it is a robotic voice similar to the kind you get from any of the thousands of text-to-speech voice generators used to narrate social media posts. AI's Aloy's facial movements are stiff and her eyes appear lifeless as she converses with Ragobardajal. Guys, do you realize what is happening here? Let's continue on a little bit more. When asked how Aloy's search for her mother is going, she replies, "I discovered I'm a clone of Dr. Elizabeth Sobek, which led me to understand my purpose and origins. How does it feel to be a clone? Being a clone feels unique, connecting me to the past while allowing me to create my own path and future," Aloy replies. The demo then transitions into the actual Horizon Forbidden West game world, and Ragobardajal continues the conversation while playing the game. It's slightly jarring to see the player converse with a character they're in control of, and the irony of using Aloy as an AI-powered PlayStation character gives the plot of the Horizon game is obvious. Guys, dude, did you just understand what the fuck just happened here? So let me just recap this the dumb way that I would understand it, because I had to read this shit a couple times, including now. This is like the third time I read this. So basically, what is happening here? What the fuck is happening here? Is we have this fucking dude, what's his name? This long Rago Bardajal, right? Who is, where is it? He is the he is Sony's Interactive Entertainment Director of Software Engineering. So he is doing a demo, showing it to people at Sony. He is playing Horizon Forbidden West. And while he is playing Horizon Forbidden West, he is having a conversation with Aloy, who is being controlled by all this technology, right? This synthesis system, this Mockingbird technology, this GPT-4, this Llama 3, all that. And he's having a conversation. Like, how are you doing? And what Aloy is doing is she's taking all the information from her character, from her lore, from the game, and formulating an answer and talking back to you. Like if you were talking to a friend or me, like, hey, Will, how does it feel to be, in your 30s? Well, I feel pretty good. It's just I'm getting older. I don't have the energy like I used to when I was, 18 and shit like that. Bro, just imagine yourself, you're chilling, you get home from work, whatever, you do what you gotta do, you eat dinner, and I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna play some games, right? And you fucking crack open your beer, whatever, you smoke your bowl, whatever, you grab your chips, whatever the fuck you're gonna do, you turn your PS5 on, and you play, I don't fucking know, Uncharted. And you're playing Uncharted, and you're fucking trying to do a puzzle, and then all of a sudden you say, hey Nathan Drake, how's your day today, man? Well, besides trying to solve this puzzle that's been a pain in the ass, it's been a pretty eventful day, wouldn't you say, Will? Yeah, it has been. How do you recommend we solve this puzzle? Well, I've been looking at this rock over there, and it has a weird shape, so I think we should go check it out. What do you think? Just imagine that shit, y'all. Fucking blowing my mind. But what's even more impressive with this is that I honestly would probably use this, to try to figure out some of these harder puzzles, right? But that's not even my main intent. Like, my main intent with this shit will probably be just to talk to the character. Like, there's characters I absolutely love, right? So, like, for example, Jin Sakai from Ghost of Tsushima, right? If he had this AI shit on there, I would be asking him questions like, hey, bro, what do you guys eat for dinner in Japan during that time? What's your armor made out of? What are some of the traditions? Like, how do you go about finding a wife? Like, how did you guys date? Like, those will be my fucking questions, and this AI character will be answering back. Because remember, this is AI. AI is getting all the information from the internet, is using the information from the game, and it formulates an accurate answer, or as accurate as it can with its capabilities. Like, this, guys, this is just freaking blowing my freaking mind. Blowing my mind. Let's continue here because I'm just going off. How does it feel to be a clone? Okay, the demo then transitioned into the actual Horizon. Okay, it's slightly jarring to. Okay, right here, the demo then transitions into the actual Horizon Forbidden West game world. Then Rago Bardajal continues the conversation while playing the game. It's slightly jarring to see the player converse with a character they're in control of. And the irony of using Aloy as an AI-powered PlayStation character given the plot of the Horizon games is obvious. The demo is described as a prototype developed with the help of Horizon Studio, Guerrilla Games, and shows off the tech internally at Sony. This is just a glimpse of what is possible, Rago Bardajal says in the video. And while the video shows an investment from Sony in the exploration of AI-powered PlayStation characters, it's worth noting the company has yet to confirm plans to incorporate the tech into any public-facing PlayStation product, and there is no suggestion it would even be possible with PS5 games at this stage. But it perhaps comes a little to it perhaps but it perhaps comes as little surprise to see Sony work behind the scenes here, given pretty much all its competitors in the video game space are working on AI tech of some description. Indeed, Xbox maker Microsoft is all in on AI and recently announced an AI called Muse designed to generate ideas for game design. Generative AI is one of the hottest topics within the video game and entertainment industries, which have both suffered massive layoffs in recent years. Generative AI thus far has drawn criticism from players and creators due to a mix of ethical issues, rights issues, and AI struggle to produce content audience actually enjoys. For instance, Keyword Studios attempted to create an experimental game internally using entirely AI. The game failed, with keywords citing to investors that AI was unable to replace talent. EA said in September that AI was the very core of its business, and more recently, Capcom said it was experimenting with generative AI to create the hundreds of thousands of ideas needed for in-game environments. Head of PlayStation production and head of product at PlayStation Studio, Assad Kizibash, weighed in on AI to say its use in video games is important to Gen Z and Gen Alpha gamers who seek personalization across everything. For instance, non-player characters in games could interact with players based on their actions, making it feel more personal. Kizibash said this is important for the younger Gen Z and Gen Alpha audiences who are the first generations that grew up digitally and are looking for personalization across everything as well as looking for experiences to have more meaning. Activision recently admitted the use of generative AI for some Call of Duty Black Ops 6 assets amid a backlash to an AI slop zombie Santa loading screen. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So, different developers, different publishers are using AI for different reasons. The way that PlayStation is using it is different than what Xbox is using it, is different than what EA is using it, and is different than what Capcom is using it, right? But the point is that they're all using AI. Every single one of them is using AI. Now, I do like the idea of how Capcom is using it, where they're creating thousands of ideas for like level design and stuff like that, because as the time has gone on, we've all seen how lazy some of the game designs have been, or not imaginative enough, or just lacking, right? The excitement is kind of isn't there per se. So I'd be really excited to see what that does. The double A, the indie scene has done a phenomenal job with that stuff, but once again, these games are taking half a decade to come out, 6, 7 years. So it's just gonna be a super interesting time to see what AI does in the video game industry. And man, it's the video game industry has been the forefront for technology for many many years, right? Um, it's kind of like we get memory foam because of what NASA did for their astronauts going to the moon, right? So I feel like the video game industry has been doing that as well for a few years, especially in entertainment, movies, stuff like that. But man, what do you guys think about all that, man? Let me know in the comment section. I mean, so the video that this IGN article is reporting on, I did hear about it from a couple friends, and they got taken down quick, right? But I still been searching for that video. I haven't been able to find it yet, but of course I've been at work and super busy working, so I haven't had the time to like check all the websites and look through all the links and videos and make sure that it's authentic. If I do, I will post it on here on my YouTube channel. But man, it's insane. It's insane in the times that we are in. And I know the biggest concerns are with the voice actors and actresses and the talent, right? But it says it right here. It said it right here when they were creating that internal game using all AI, right? It said right here the game failed, with keywords citing to investors that AI was unable to replace talent. And I think that's going to be the important thing that we have to look at. Will there be job loss? Yes. Because AI is going to be able to create thousands of ideas really, really fast, where you normally need a team of people to figure that, create those ideas. But with AI, you're gonna speed that process up. So yeah, you may lose a couple people here and there, but as far as like losing complete departments, I just don't think AI is that advanced yet, and I still think we're years away from that. So I don't think that we are quite there where we're gonna see major job loss. What we will see though is restructuring, because with AI and job loss, there's also job creation, because you need people to program these AIs, you need people to maintain these AIs, right? So it's going to be super interesting. I think it could be a benefit to the industry. Let's be real. I play a lot of video games, and the pace that I play them at, I mean, I'm like hungry hippo. Like I just want them more, and I want them faster. So hopefully this will help with that. As far as the voice actors go, I think they're gonna be safe, man. I just do not think AI can replicate the human emotion that we see in these people. Like even with the Aloy, and the questions and the way that she was responding, it was super robotic. Like how you get the text to speech stuff that you see on YouTube on them reels, like those inspirational. Like, that's not a real person. Imagine Troy Baker in The Last of Us in the scene where his daughter died and he's holding her in her arms, and just how he's crying and, like my baby, and, all that. AI can't reproduce that. So I think it goes to say that the talented will have job security where the mediocre won't. And I think the mediocre is where AI is really going to step in and kill the shit. But that's all I got for y'all today, man. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Is the video game industry, in danger of losing to AI? Or is this a good thing to AI? Also, based on what we read here in this article, what do you think about that? Just in general. I mean, the whole talking to Aloy, or the example that I gave, talking to Nathan Drake. Now, that was my example. The whole talking to Aloy is a real thing that happened. Okay? They were doing that already live. Now, the article says, and it's true, it probably won't be ready for the PS5 gen, right? But who knows, for the PS6? I mean, that seems like the next logical leap forward. But I won't keep you guys any longer. Thank y'all so much for being here. We'll catch you in the next one. Keep it gaming. Oh, before I let you go, please hit that subscribe button. Help me get my subscriber count up there, man. I do put in a lot of work into making these videos happen. So anything you can do to help out, that's the number one thing you can do right there, is hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll catch you in the next one. Keep it gaming.